So Walmart made a big mistake by trying to come out with a Juneteenth ice cream. One of the reasons it didn't go over well with Black people, including myself, was because it was not seeking to put anything back into the Black community. It was basically another form of slavery, a new form of slavery. Basically, in the old days, our ancestors had to pick cotton for the white man's profit. And now it's like we're working hard for the money we have, and they're still trying to take profits off of our pain. See, in the fields, it's like we were in pain because we had to work without payment. We basically built this country up for free. And when we built this country up for free, then who got the profits? The white people. So it's the same thing. They're going back to our ancestry, and then they're sitting up there taking profits from us again in the grocery store aisle. So it's like, what are you doing to invest back into the Black community? Now, what Walmart should have done is maybe had something that could go towards Black children, maybe going to school, maybe getting scholarships, maybe something that we could literally see was going back to the Black community. There are lots of Black people who want to start their own business. So maybe you could have had grants, use the money from the ice cream so that maybe we could have grants to start our own businesses in the Black community. But just to sit there and try to profit from our pain is just wrong. And I think it didn't go over well because of that reason. The other issue is that struck me before anybody even said anything. I was thinking to myself, why would they even come out with a Juneteenth ice cream, knowing that 70% of Black people are lactose intolerant? I mean, you at least could have had a better option than that. So I think there was also a situation in Indianapolis where they had a museum that had a Juneteenth watermelon salad or something like that. First of all, I didn't even know that museums had a cafeteria or a place where you could buy food. But even though it's a healthier option, what are you doing to put back into the Black community that could help us? See, they can pass things like the Crown Act where you can wear your natural hair. But what good is it if I can wear my natural hair, but I still have to fear a cop putting a bullet in my head because I have a tag that is not the right tag for the car? So I'm saying it's like you keep passing all these things that we didn't ask for. I don't really think that there was an outcry for Black people to have a Juneteenth. And I personally will not celebrate Juneteenth. I don't even care about it. I know just a little bit about it, but I know that we are not free. That day does not represent freedom. We are the people of the book. And until we keep the Torah, these curses and our mistreatment is going to continue. Abraham was told by Elohim that his seed would be mistreated for 400 years, and that is us. We have been mistreated for 400 years, and this Juneteenth ice cream is not doing anything to better our situation. The Crown Act and wearing your hair natural is not doing anything better to make the situation for us a better world. And it's just mad disrespectful that Walmart would even consider making a Juneteenth ice cream. Would they have considered making a Holocaust cupcake or a Holocaust ham or Holocaust cookies? They would not dare disrespect them like that. And the way that I see it as disrespectful is because you're taking our pain from our ancestry and you're trying to get a profit off of that without putting anything meaningful back into the community. All ice cream is going to do is just give us diabetes. And they always want to put us in line saying we're the first to be diabetes and cancer. And yet still you pumping that same garbage back into our community by targeting us. You know, I would not buy a Juneteenth t-shirt. I would not buy a Juneteenth cup. Nothing that they have for Juneteenth I would consider buying. It's garbage. And I think we need to just go back to the Torah and keep his word. And when we read Leviticus 23, that's where we should be keeping his laws, his feast days. These are the feasts of the Lord. So these are the things that we need to keep. And Yeshua also told the Pharisees in this day to stop trying to keep the traditions of men and to keep the things of the commandments, keep the commandments of God or the commandments of Elohim. That's how we're going to get our freedom. And we're talking about this is Juneteenth and celebrating our freedom. How are we free when they're still shooting us down in the streets? How are we free when we can't even drive a car without being pulled over? Our men, Black men, are being shot dead in the streets. and then we want to have a federal holiday. We keep asking for better laws to get the people who are killing black people for no good reason. We want better laws to have these people prosecuted. But you give us Juneteenth, you give us the Crown Act, all of this superficial stuff. What good is the Crown Act and wearing my hair naturally if I'm shot down in the street? I can't even wear my hair because I'm dead. So I'm saying we need to get our priorities straight. So I just want to take you to a text in Matthew where we need to stop putting these traditions of men. We have to understand that when we are professing to be Christians, professing to believe in Elohim, we have to see does this day honor God? Does this day honor Elohim? And if it doesn't, that's why we keep having the same situation repeated over and over again. So I'm just going to read a text from Matthew chapter 15, verses 1 through 3. And it's just basically Yeshua telling people to stop following the tradition of men and follow what is in the Torah. Then came to Yahusha scribes and Parashim, which were of Jerusalem, saying, Why do your Talmudim transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, Why do ye also transgress the commandment of Elohim by your tradition? And that's found in Matthew chapter 15, verses 1 through 3. And I read that from the Sefer. So basically what he is saying is that you can follow the traditions of men, but you're violating not keeping his law. So I'm saying, Walmart, you need to do better. You should have at least had something where you were telling people that we're going to put this money, the profits go back to your black community. And if we've been through all this, it seems to me that you should be giving to the community and not trying to take from us. So set up some scholarships for our young people to go to school. Set up a situation where we have grants for black people who want to start their own business. That's what you need to do. Give back to the black community. And if you wouldn't treat the people of the Holocaust, the so-called people who call themselves the so-called Jews, if you wouldn't treat them like that, then don't treat us like that. We're just so disrespected.